So what do we need to get Burma Road then? So, one of the following must be true. Okay. All other countries. United Kingdom has not capitulated, must be at peace with China. And the opinion of China at least 75. And this adds 2 off-map military factories. Let's go to our friends in the UK. And we are going to improve relations. Send. It costs us a few points. By the way, folks, I don't know if this strategy is going to pay off. It might be another requirement for us to do that, to do this. Yunnan, we might have to join a faction with them or something, but we'll see. National focus. Mission to, we'll do one at a time. So we're going to go over and work on the army reform is going to need to be coming in. So we're going to get that. And that's going to allow us to start improving the army. I'm trying to hopefully get a few divisions improved before it all kicks off with Japan. So we've got a small force there building up. We've got 6 in place. We've got 10. Let me add another 8 divisions into that. Not by that. 15 and 6. 20? Hang on, just knock one of those. I want this to be 24. So that should be right. Excellent. We've got mechanical engineering. I wanted the radio for the reinforcement rate. Okay. There's a lot to try and keep on top of here. Let's form another army. Put them in the defensive group. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I was looking at that thinking, that doesn't look right somehow. So this is going to be our last commander before we have to buy one. And we can't put them on the border here because we're not friends with these guys yet. But what I can do is move them up here ready. And put them on here. Because when this kicks off, the Japanese and their allies will kick through here. It's awful ground to feed anyone on. But if I can put some troops in the way, it can slow them down. So we're going to do that. It's a cunning plan, and it might just work. Nearly the first year up. Let's see where we're going to go. More troops coming in. Of course, all the training might get us a little bit of experience as well. We hope. Right. We've stop. Pause. Panic. We've got the army reform, which is nice. And we've got the research. Let's go to the research first. And change that. So now we've got bonuses for these. And I'm thinking machine tools. And possibly construction too. We need everything, basically. That's going to help us get more steel, but that's going to take a while. I mean, a small percentage of a small amount is not a great increase, is it? I mean, I think this, just to get more factories going. We'll see. We'll see. So the 60 divisions plan, I'm not sure if that is... I'm not sure if that's actually worth it. So is this the lessons of war? That removes the incompetent officers. So that's another thing. We can improve aluminium deposits, which we will need to do. It doesn't. I don't see the 60 division plan on there, so we can't check that out. So we will consider that. I don't know about building forts. Here's the risky thing about building forts. They're very good in defensive locations. If you lose the place, though, the defenses count for the enemy. So it's very, very iffy. Financial policy, rural infrastructure, and science. Science sounds good, but I'm actually going to go for It's only 5% stability. I'll go for science first. We can sort the stability out later. You can see all the penalties that China has to begin with. It's going to make things very tricky. So I can happily try filling more things with steel. Oh, sorry, I can build anything, but steel is going to be the shortage here. And I'm going to very quickly want some towed artillery coming out. It's poor stuff to start with. It requires tungsten as well. This is not looking too bad. If that's all we need for reinforcements, I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to put one in there. And I've just noticed this up here. So what we're going to do is now change the infantry division template. We're going to get up this to combat width of 20 just with infantry. That's going to require quite a bit more, quite a few more guns. I've almost doubled the size there. And can we even give them? We can give them support artillery. I want to give them support anti-air because we're going to be outclassed in the air everywhere. So that's the thing. The support artillery would add, where's the defense? Would add a bit of defense, reduce the organization. We don't have quite enough to do it. Sod it. It's only one army at the moment. We can see exactly how many we need then. We need only 202 artillery. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. And that we should be okay. So if we get the main army bulked up, make it quite good, quite defensive, that'll help. If we can get engineers in there, that'll help too. Yeah, we've got to ignore the dockyards for now because the Navy can't, we just can't do anything with it. It's going to try and flee to Britain or somewhere, I think, when Japan attacks. Right, so we're still in a waiting game. The early stages of Hearts of Iron 4 are always waiting games. Take it we've got another 4 for the big army. That's nice. We've got reinforcements coming on everywhere here. Might need to beef up the railway up here as well. We should be getting a newspaper event triggering sometime soon. Right, so we've got a bit more science. That's good. From that point, what's the situation? Yunnan. Okay. Controller, one of the following must be true. Country is China, Burma, Mandalay. Or is in a faction with China. So when Yunnan join, we can hopefully get the Burma Road opened up. That's if they join. That event doesn't have to go the way I'm thinking it might go. So let's go for stability. By the way, if you're watching this, you've got any ideas to do things differently, do drop the comments down below, because this might not be the only playthrough of China. If this goes horribly wrong, we might have very little option but to do it again. So the main guys, they're going to need to train up again. And what shall we research with our newfound thing? I mean, industry. Wow. Okay. Just wow. We're still using flipping, what, 19th century rifles? I didn't realize that. Okay, that's a thing now. And we have to get that before the Japanese decide to justify war against us. So I've got the ports quite well held. There will be inland landings as well. But if we make it hard for the Japanese to take the ports, they can't supply those landings. I could build coastal forts. That's not a bad idea. If at least I get a couple of levels, because we're not going to invade from the coast ever. It's building land forts that's the risky business. Are we looking at... I mean, there's just like everything, apart from the Navy, that we have to research. Armour. That's going to be a while. God, support equipment. That's going to eat up factories. Trucks. We can't supply anyone without trucks. Oh my word, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to go for support weapons for infantry defense, plus 5%. Remember, we're having to fight against a badly outclassed... we've got unassigned divisions here. Nice. Put them into that army. And send them off to here. Get training in the mountains. And hopefully the supplies up there isn't too bad. What we might do is edit this. This is terrible. And I'm using XP that I don't have. Because I need the XP for other things. I'm still going for 20 width divisions. There's not going to be as many of these. So we're going to put... Oh, can I not put mobile divisions in these? We don't have trucks. We don't have trucks. Okay. Well, save it, because the cavalry needs boosting up, because it's no good like that. We're going to put artillery with them to give them a bit more oomph. Yeah, all of a sudden, that shortage of rifles is going to start telling. How's construction going? Another military factory coming up. We've got the radio. That's as far as we need to go down there. Research speed is nice, but that ties up this for a long time. The industry. What does that do? That gives factory output plus 15% and max factories in a state plus 20%. Remember, we don't have a lot of space to build these things. And that is just production efficiency cap. But that is good as well. 71 days. We've got a big bonus on this one, so I'm going to go for that. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Work those brain cells. Research things quickly. We have potential room to modify the government. Civilian economy is a bad thing to be on. It just really is. Where can we go to? We can go to partial mobilization. So that gets rid of that construction speed penalty that we're currently on for military and civilians. That's a big change, actually. Do you know what? I'm going to do that. Let's go straight away. Because then we're slogging away at construction. And it gives us more because they're not sitting under a civilian economy anymore. So they have less consumer goods factories. That might help. I say might. It's a bit of an experiment, is this? We've got a new military factory. Excellent. What should we put it into? Churning out artillery or churning out guns? We can't churn out trucks yet, can we? I want towed anti-air as well. Nothing in there. Aircraft, just no. So, guns or artillery? We still need more guns. The artillery are doing 5 a week, so give them 40 weeks, and they're going to start being in profit there. That's a year. Where they're making 65 a day, and I need 6,000. So that's 100 days just to refill that. But we're going to change the type of... We're going to put artillery into the cavalry unit as soon as we've researched trucks. So we're going to have some of those. We're going to need that. And at some point we need to upgrade all the other troops that we're doing so that they have artillery too. So it's not quite so simple. Principles of the people. Now that's nice, just for the boost up here. So that will slowly start to improve our political power and our factory outputs. I hope. I've never looked at the tree much beyond that. There are things... Oh, political power 120 straight away. Welfare. Gain base war support. But it replaces low inflation with moderate inflation, so that might not be good. Factory output goes down. And that, I mean, these aren't mutually exclusive. So, stability, political power, they're all excellent. As is everything. What's the mining commission do? That's an inflation thing again. Resource gain efficiency plus 10%. Yeah, I think we have to try and balance these things. So that is going to replace low inflation with moderate inflation. But if we look over here, I think there are things... Do I need to do this? Create faction. Oh, I feel like I need to do this. I want a united front. Do we not get an event that does this automatically? Set the rule can create factions. Create faction Chinese United Front. But does it only affect Communist China? Subjugate the warlords. Oh, that's right. There's lots of things in here that are important. But there is some trade stuff. And there you go. You can replace inflation with a stable economy. So there are things to counteract the other things. It's a bit of a balancing act, and it looks a little bit untidy to me. Fighter purchases. I can't see us doing this, but does it lead to anything else? Design company. That's air research stuff. That's like, that's not immediate. Mission to the US. We will receive 50 old fighters from our supporter. Yeah, okay. So what do I want to go down? I have a feeling... What's the Wampa Military Academy? Army leader cost is reduced. Starting planning skill level of new army leaders. I think I'm going to go for democracy. Because what it does is gives us a ton of political power to spend straight away. What's our situation with the UK now? How do they think about us? British opinion of China is plus 90. Chinese opinion of UK is not so much. So that's okay. We've got that up to 90. So that's in the ballpark of where we need it to be for when things kick off and we get the Burma Road. But we need Yunnan in our group first. Okay, so we have a bit more of a direction of where to go with that now. Oh, hang on. We've got no divisions in basic training. I am going to just kick out another 24 of these. And what we're going to do is when we have enough guns and stuff, and big guns, to convert them to proper infantry divisions, we'll do it. But we'll convert them a bit at a time rather than try and build a load all at once. I need boots on the ground initially. And I have to get an army up here pretty quickly. What's the supply situation up here? It's not great. Oh, what I will do is just change these guys over to that so they can draw supplies from wherever. Alright, off we go. Our offensive... Oh, hang on a minute. Didn't we have something else we could click on there? Organisation first. Yep, spend that. So we're down to 15 there. Can we still spend some on those? So this is going to be the attack guy, the counter-attack guy. We should put aggressive assaulter. Yeah, let's do it. The cavalry... Cavalry will need a bit of training up. Let's do that. Is there anyone that's not fully trained? No, they're okay. Even though these dudes don't have all the artillery and stuff yet, they are in a good state of training, so that's okay. It feels like a race against time just to get things done over here, and you know that it's not enough time for whatever you want to do. But we must try and hold them back. So an invitation from Yan Zishan. I don't know who he is. He sent a formal invitation to Chiang Kai-shek to meet in Xi'an to discuss, or is it Xi'an? Is it Xi'an? To discuss the current situation and future steps in the conflict against the communists. Refusing this invitation will be seen as a personal slight and will no doubt be noticed by the other warlords. I'm going to go. So he proposes an alliance with the communists. He's made a surprising suggestion. He believes that we should forge an alliance with the communists to be able to face the Japanese threat as a united front. We still remember how the last one went. I'm going to go with perhaps he is right. We will form an alliance. So the Hangxi clique seeks to join the Chinese United Front. Yes. Everyone, come one, come all. You are welcome. Bring your guns, bring your trucks. We might get a load. Yep. Everyone does this. So, Shanxi seeks to join. Yunnan seeks to join. Xinjiang. Yep. Excellent. So we now have a load of allies. And which we press pause on. US is deciding to say neutral. Stop it! Stop it! I can't pause the game. Right, okay. So that's done. Let us now look at this. Does this open up the Burma Road? It does. So this opens up the Burma Road, which for 70 days it gives us 2 off-map military factories. Just a shame that we then don't have the steel to use in those military factories, but we get them. So that's good. What does that lead to? The Lido Road. Lido Road? Okay. We can do it. It looks like an alternative road to the UK, maybe? Modern logistics. Okay. Wow. Oh, hang on. I didn't know there was another load of stuff down there. Anyway, 2 military factories will probably do us for now. The US, the mission to the US looks like it's about ships. We have no use at the moment. By the way, if you play this on non-historical AI focuses, it can go very differently. And then you've got a load more options as China. That would be an interesting game to play, I feel. Anyway, I'm not at the point of choosing that, so Burma Road will be next, just to get us 2 military factories. And here we go. Japan is in the process of justifying war against us. Excellent. So we got the basic guns. I mean, basic guns for what we're doing. Engineers is on the next page, isn't it? We don't even have support equipment. We don't have trucks. I need trucks. Because then I can start building mobile artillery into the cavalry, and they might have a chance of actually counter-attacking somewhere. So, suddenly I need 11,000 of these. Yeah, we have a few requests. Oh, what I should do also is just turn the cavalry into an elite unit, so they will get the newer stuff and the good stuff first. Concentrated industry. Let's have a look. So we got that. What else do we need? I'd like the research one. I really would. To give us a chance of stopping. Now, this gives us artillery... Support artillery soft attack plus 10%. Is that the one? I'm going to go for that. It doesn't cost us anything to create. No more resources needed. And these guys in the front lines are actually bristling with cannons. So, literally cannons, not modern artillery. Communist cell discovered in Xi'an. Send in the troops. Dig them bad boys out. I think that was a bonus thing. Right, that's pretty sweet. So that got us... What does that open us up to, by the way? Executive yen? Is that? Yan? Wan? No, oh, that's a political thing. Constitutional reform. We don't want war support. War support is going to be fine. It's stability we want. However, nationalism gives us some. I need to pay a bit of attention at some point and see what they all lead to. So, United Kingdom exists, is at peace with China. I don't think it matters. Don't think it matters that Japan will be at war with us. So, let's get that kicked off. Because Japan will be at war with us before long. Nice, we've got a chance to modify the government now. We still need army experience. So I'm going to go put military high command. We don't have the points because I spent them. How much? Daily gain 0.12. That's going to be a while to get that. Okay, that might not actually work. Maybe I should have saved those. Chief of Navy, Chief of Air Force. We've got volunteer only, and that's still giving us 2.5 million, which is unbelievable. The free trade one. I don't know if that's worth changing. What have we got in the way of political advisors? No, we don't want political power gain. A popular figurehead for 15% stability. Stability and war support. Or a captain of industry. Well, it's a lot of construction speeds. But I don't feel like it's quite enough. Factory output, I think, is my main thing. Material designer, infantry equipment designer. It's research speed. Industrial concern. I don't think there's going to be anything there. There's nothing that affects output, is there? There's a resource gain efficiency, but it needs a mining commission. The theorist. The military theorist is good. The land doctrine cost, again, we need to spend on that because that gives us some nice bonuses, but and we can't do these yet. That really sucks. They'll be the next one then. Okay, I might change this. Oh, I can't. Have we got restrictions? Okay, so we need to... It's a 9-power treaty. That's in the way, so we can't change the market. That also sucks. I'm not sure what to spend this on then. Chief of Navy and Air Force is not worth... I could change that. I could change that to limited conscription. And it would just put plenty of troops in reserve. Without those extra points. Do you know what? I should do this. 15% stability. Because what that does is now gain extra political power and factory output. So that is probably, for the time being, the best way to do it. And we've got civilian factories. And we need to build civilian factories. And where can we put them? Well away from the enemy. There's 5 there. I'm going to put 3 in there, and that will have to do. The railroad situation is I know this is going to be so bad. Right, if these are 2s, but these are only 1s. If I get them upgraded to 2s, that's something. It's not a lot of use having 2s up here if it's stuff's coming from the capital and it's been restricted. So we'll do that, and I'm going to actually put the civilian factory down the bottom. That'll hopefully not be too long to do. Hopefully. Supply is going to be a thing. Right, okay. Support weapons. I feel like we're slowly creeping forwards on there. So the artillery's going in. I do want these. I absolutely do. I feel like support equipment. And then we can start putting good stuff, good support units in, support companies in, to our division templates. Modify the officer corps. We can't do that. Communists contained. During our latest raids on known communist hideouts, our agents came up empty-handed. We know that communist infiltrators are still active in our country, but it appears that there are no cells operating that we did not know about before. Let us eradicate them. See, that's something else. The communist China has this, I guess it's like a mission to infiltrate cells over here, and when they have enough, they can start a revolution. We can counter that, but it costs political power to do. So we will do that, but it's going to be a little while off, I think. We have more immediate pressing threats. Here we go, the Marco Polo Bridge incident. Japanese soldiers recently launched an attack on the strategic Marco Polo Bridge just south of Beijing, but they were repelled by our own brave soldiers. No doubt this is an orchestrated event aimed at placing blame on us and forcing us to surrender more territory, just like the Mukden incident when the Japanese invaded Manchuria. How should we respond? We can't afford a war with Japan. However, we get a truce for 6 months. And Japan becomes the owner of Beijing, Shandong, Hebei, Shanghai, Qingdao, Qingdao. They can stick that up their sushi fired up arseholes. We are going for... We have reached the breaking point. Gain base war support. Or they support, get it, I don't know. Anyway, it's a fight. So at this point, we reduce the speed on this. So we can follow this. And pause. So, who are our allies in this? Call to arms. Send. Everybody. Communist China. Send. Oh, can we not just click call all allies to war? Call all. So what that should do is very quickly we should get this. Does it say Shaanxi? Yes, it does. Right. This army can very quickly now get its arse propelled up there and fight in the mountains. Meanwhile, our purple army, we're on pause. We delete that and we draw a proper front line in. Cancel. I know why it's done that. Why will it not do that? Is this... These are the... Right, cancel. We definitely need to cancel that. I guess we just go with the fallback line. This was the issue with the front lines and the multiple countries. I'm not sure if these guys have been called into the war yet. Or is it that you can't form a... Well, that's going to have to do anyway. They can dig in and they can entrench. So what else do we have to do? We have decisions. Decisions straight away. This is on the army one. The army reform. It's going to take 3 months. But they will improve by 10%. So it's a costly one. That's for sure. Right, let's see. I'm going to slow it down so we can just keep an eye on how things develop. We need to get the cavalry. Where's the cavalry? We are expecting issues. Where are the cavalry? Oh, they're down here. So the cavalry's based around here. I'm hoping... We've got a naval invasion... Oh, hang on. My navy might be getting sunk. Can I... Britain's friendly, aren't they? Where's Britain? I have a plan. Ask for docking rights. They will not accept. Oh well. Right, now we can maybe form that proper front line, can we? As I wander around the world looking for the thing. That was Manchukuo. Oh, that's them. And we want Mengchukuo to get called in for this. Alright, play. We're going to rack up some experience now. But you can see how my guys down here, with the various upgrades, they are able to hold the line. But we have 0 reserves there.